So in this video, I'm going to talk about creating leads in Zoho. And I'll talk about the different ways. There's obviously the way to directly input something, but there's also the way of uploading them from Excel or by scanning them using scanning applications. Now, we talk about Zoho a lot because we think Zoho is a great tool. But the best thing about Zoho is that it's way more than just any other CRM. There's lots of other applications that you can use Zoho for, and being used by over 45 million people around the world. So there's a lot of value to it and a lot of great things that you can do with Zoho. The foundation of Zoho is creating leads. And I say it's the foundation because it's where most things start from. So a lead is somebody who you think is a potential customer or a potential person of influence that you want to keep track of. And leads can come in many different forms. For instance, you could, if you're a B2B business, you could get leads from networking. You could get leads from engagement of your content online. You could have a business and people could walk in, or you could get a referral. You could have someone visit your website or call into your business. So there's lots of different ways in which you can have leads. And the problem with most people is that when they get all these leads coming in, the leads literally get piled up or stacked up somewhere. And often you can get into the position whereby those leads are not doing anything. They're literally just sitting in a pile somewhere. And what we want to really do is every time we get a lead, we want to do a follow-up process with it and make sure that lead is put through that process so that we know that that lead is going to become a customer or not. And rather than that lead going to waste, we want to understand that something's going to happen with it, and then we're going to qualify it. And that's what we'll talk to you a little bit about in this video. So the purpose of logging the lead in your CRM is to get all the information into one single place. So obviously you can hold some basic information like the name and address, contact details, where you found that lead or where they came into, where you found that lead from, the source, and put them through a process. So there could be lots of stages in that process. So that's the basic kind of things that you want to do. But taking that to the next level, what I like to do with our leads is, if I get a lead, I'd like to think a little bit about what the kind of products are that lead may be interested in buying, so that we can start understanding what we're going to do with this person. I also will schedule activities. So in this example you can see on the screen, we think there's some products that we think they should be interested in, and on top of that we've scheduled an activity there and I've assigned it to a member of staff in my team that they're going to do on a certain time and a certain date. But the other important thing that we're going to do is we're now going to do some follow-up activity, and all that information is going to get pulled into that same record. So in this example, we've sent them a survey and I can see how they responded to that survey. They've visited our website and they've seen different pages, so I can track that. And they've also been to some of our events. So in terms of, in this example, we've integrated Zoho to Eventbrite. They've bought some tickets to attend events, and I can track all of that information in one place. And rather than have that data in different places, maybe in a MailChimp, maybe in a SurveyMonkey, maybe in Eventbrite separately, Zoho allows me to bring all that information together. So the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is, in the previous screen we saw how to create a lead. Now that can be created manually, or it can be uploaded from Excel. So if you've got an existing set of data, we can put it into Excel and upload it. Or the one I'm going to show you very quickly next is where we can actually use a scanning app on a mobile phone, and we can get Zoho to read that for us from the business card. So let's run the video. And in this example, it scans a card, it physically reads the card, and it starts pulling in the data that it can recognize. And as you can see in this situation, it can recognize a number of things, but some things it can't. So the things that it can't recognize correctly, I'm going to type them up. So I put the full name in, and now I've got most of the information. I can either just save it to my phone, or I can choose to also save it to Zoho CRM. And when I select that option, it's asking me to fill in some of the Zoho information. So the first one there was lead source, and the next one is going to be lead owner. So the integration works with this app, and what you find is in this way you can straight away upload all your leads into Zoho, and then if you've got a follow-up process going on, then you can assign them to that follow-up process and you can get someone to start working on them straight away. So hopefully that little example was useful. The objective of putting your leads and opportunities into Zoho is so that you can track them and you can make sure that your hard work in getting those leads and generating those leads isn't lost out. Now, we've got a number of videos on Zoho that you might find useful. Just click on the links and you can have a look at them. Again, the reason why we like Zoho so much is because it's way more than just a CRM. There's a lot of applications out there that you can use from Zoho, and all of them integrate together. And what I've got here now on the screen is I've got a link there. It's a free sign-up code. So if you go to that link, you can try Zoho yourself. It's a 30-day trial. And after that trial, if you decide to use it, great. If you decide not to use it, you can decline. But use the link there to get yourself access to that free trial. There's plenty of Zoho apps out there that you might want to try. All of Zoho works from the beauty of your phone, making it truly a productivity and efficiency tool for the small business entrepreneur.